Dandadan.
All right. So the chapter picks up with Okarun taking Momo home, uh, to which she's just like he and as he's leaving, Momo is kind of like, "Yo, wait a second. You kind of got like fucking stabbed, my guy." So she brings him inside to give him first aid, and she's the one who's in pain, even though Okarun is the one with the wounds on him. And Vamola comes in and offers food to the two of them. And Okarun's like, "Nah, I'll pass." And Momo's like, "Nah, you gotta stay, you gotta eat. Vamola's a good cook." So they sit there and they start eating. And as they're eating, Momo and Okarun are kind of like exchanging looks at each other. Um, and Momo goes, "Yo, why do you keep staring at me?" And then Okarun goes, I should be the one asking you that." And then they start kind of bickering between each other. And Vamola, while eating, she just goes, "You two are really getting along, huh?" And Momo does a tsundere kind of as if kind of thing.
Tsundere.
And as they're washing dishes, they're kind of talking about the aliens and the mummies and shit like that. And Vamola looks like she's like falling over. I don't know why she's like drawn sideways like that.
Yeah. I think she's just like standing at an angle for some reason.
It looks like she just fell over in the middle of their conversation. But they continue to talk about all this stuff. And Okarun tells Momo to stay close to someone as much as possible, because everybody's in it together. And Gigi and Ayat. No, what's her name? What's her actual like her first name?
Momo?
No, the Shiratori.
Oh shoot, I know it.
I always forget her name.
Arisa, something like that.
I always forget her name specifically, which is sad.
Ira,
there you go.
Yeah.
That but Gigi and he says that Gigi and Ira are really strong, so she could depend on them. And then Momo's like, "But it seems like you and that Shiratori girl got some hanky panky going on." I wouldn't want to get in the way. And Momo looks at her and he goes, "Why would you say something like that?"
You know what's funny? I don't really know how he meant that. I don't know if he meant that like, "How could you dare say that? You know how I feel about you," or was it like, "Why the fuck would you say some old timey shit like that?" Like, I haven't heard that since like 2002 or something.
Yeah.
Hanky.
And then they
maybe
kind of
it's just me, but
no, hanky panky is definitely an old person's thing.
Momo apologizes, and then Okarun snaps his head towards her, and they just start like staring at each other. And then she looks away, and Momo and Okarun celebrates, and he goes, "Yes, I won!" And they just start bickering as Vamola comes in, and she's like, "Congratulations, Takakura! What happened?"
Congratulations.
They start arguing about who won and what was going on. And Okarun, for winning, he says, "Please go on a date with me," which is huge, huge news.
Huge.
And he goes, "You lost after all, but you're looking away from me now." And the argument continues on into another room, and Vamola's kind of like Vamola is just hovering behind them, just like I don't know what the word is. Like she's just smiling, but it's like one of those head empty smiles. Yeah, she's just like so happy to be behind them. And the argument kind of finally gets down to a point where they're just literally growling at each other. And Vamola is looking at the both of them and goes, "It looks like you're gonna kiss." And Momo looks away again, and then Okarun goes, "She looked away again. I won!" And Vamola deems Okarun the winner, and that's where the chapter ends. Chris, what were your thoughts?
Man, I really enjoyed this chapter. Vamola is like the MVP of this chapter. I thought she was so funny in this.
Yeah, she was.
Just like her being like a little
good middleman.
Yeah, just really just sitting there being like kind of like a gossipy almost. She just likes watching the drama. It's very adorable, and her like little interjections is like, "Whoa, congratulations, you won! Wait, what happened?" You know, it's very adorable. It's like very funny. It adds a lot. It's one of those things where Vamola I don't really like see a lot of, in terms of her character development, and this is like a great showcase of what she's kind of becoming, and just being like closer and being part of the team. She's like one of the more understated characters, I guess, thus far. Mostly because she's like kind of adapting to this new planet and shit. But yeah, this was a very cool use of her character, and I really liked it. I think it made the chapter a lot better. The big old asking her out on a date thing. We didn't get an answer for that, but I'm hoping we will soon. Our boy is making some big strides.
Well, he won twice, so
that's true. Okarun's getting bold out here. He's like, man, after we got out of that game puzzle thingy, I said that I will tell you how I feel, and now here I am.
Yeah, he's been going hard.
Yeah, you gotta be consistent. You know what I mean? Not weird, but like, you gotta be consistent. But yeah, those are all my thoughts. I really enjoyed this chapter. It was just like a fun little read. Yeah. Josh, what did you think?
No, I thought Vamola being here was really funny. This was like perfect. So it wasn't just like someone else to like play off of. But I don't really have that much more to say about the chapter. It's just more cute shit. I like it. I just don't really have much to say other than like this is, for a series that a lot of people going in about, them showing a girl in her panties and shit like in the first few chapters. This is like, if you could get past that shit, the author takes his time to build the relationship between characters, and this is just more of that. And it's cool. It's like Okarun gets to make her fall in love again. I really like that he's not backing down. He's going about it the right way. He's not expecting anything. He's just trying.
Yeah, he's just putting.
That's all I have to really say. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel like I can't really blame anybody for being like kind of weirded out, because it is weird. The first few like arcs, I get it to some degree, but there really is something deeper in Dandadan, and I think it's worth it getting through that early stuff. That I don't, it is what it is, but I think like it had a purpose, and it was something like that. It feels like it is worth it to get past that kind of stuff to get to the actual like character rich stuff of Dandadan. Yeah. Brian, what did you think?
This is a cute little chapter. It was so wholesome and heartwarming to see these two like kind of reconnect in this way, and in some ways kind of stronger than they were before. And for Okarun to be so bold, I feel like he really came out of his shell Like he was just doing things that he never really done before in the series. It felt like he was kind of leading the dance in some ways. So this is just a cute little chapter, but I feel like Vimola was definitely the star of it because she was such a like lovable goofball the entire time.
Yeah.
But I don't have much else to say.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, guys. That was. Are we ready to close it out?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
guys.